So normally I come on here and I rant and I rave about sports. I'm usually yelling at someone, calling someone an idiot. I'm a pretty cynical sports fan. I gotta take a deeper dive into things and really figure out what's going on and not just take you at your word. But today I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I'm actually not going to talk about, for the most part, sports at all. And it's really what everyone is dealing with. Sports, no matter how passionate you are about sports, it can't be your entire life. And it's not for even a professional athlete or a coach or anything like that. So everyone in the world, not just in your town, your neighborhood, your city, your state, your country even, everyone in the world is essentially dealing with the same thing, right? It's still a pandemic. It's something that is everywhere, to the far reaches of every part of this planet. And again, while I may be a cynical sports fan here on the Drives with Dave podcast, I'm your host, Dave Ettinger, podcasts where you can find them anywhere you find podcasts, as well as the Dave Talk Sports YouTube channel. I'm actually a really positive guy, believe it or not. And I'm a highly motivated guy. I'm not the only one, and I'd hope, there's other people who take the right message from this, that this isn't about me. It's about everyone. So there's a lot of sides to this, and I can't talk about my entire life and everything I want to talk about in 6 minutes. But it's about staying positive. It's about being motivated, from within. It's about having that drive. And it's more than that as well. Again, I can't break down my whole life in 6 minutes. But if you really want something, not even a pandemic should get in your way. Because that's you just making excuses. And people do that all the time. Well, there's just not that many jobs out there. And you may say that publicly in conversation, and that's even okay. You don't want to ruffle everyone's feathers. It depends what you think inside your heart and inside your mind. And there's a possibility and availability for everyone at any time to get what you want and do what you want. You have to stay motivated and you have to stay positive. Now you might ask me, how the hell do you stay positive right now and or motivated when people are going out of business, people are losing their homes, their jobs, their loved ones, their lives? I fully understand, sympathize, and empathize with everyone. And we're all going through it differently, but together. Separately, but together. And with the cold weather coming, it's been raining for the last 2 days here in the New York City, Long Island area. The cold weather coming, it's darker earlier. There's less sunlight. It drives people to indoors, maybe to drink more, maybe to do things that aren't so healthy. And right now, there's so much negativity in the world that this may lead to even bigger problems. And I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to tell people what to do. Everyone, again, is dealing with this pandemic in a different way. I just hope we're all being smart and responsible and all those things. But everyone's dealing through this and going through it differently. So I'm here to tell you to stay positive, and that it has to come from within, and it might not be that easy or simple to just say it. There's a lot of action that has to come with it. And I think it goes from where you start your day, how you feel when you go to bed, and how you're going to wake up. For me, I sleep during the day, so it's a little bit different if you sleep overnight. Some of you are just waking up as I'm about to go to bed. But whenever you do sleep, it's about how you then prepare for the next day. Do you organize yourself and what you're going to do tomorrow? Are you putting things off and making excuses? Or are you grabbing tomorrow by the horns and saying, this is my day. Let's make something out of it. And it might be cliche, but it's true. Why put off tomorrow for what we can do today? And it's very true. And from my point of view, it's wanting to be a full-time, salaried sports talk radio host, or podcast host, or whatever I can do to talk sports for a living. Earn enough money so that's my one and only job, and that's my career. That's the goal. It's the one and only goal. And I already know it's going to happen. And maybe that's the difference between you listening to this right now and me. Not that I'm better than you or more special than you in any way. I'm not. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy talking and driving on the Drives with Dave podcast. Me, your host, Dave Ettinger. You join me every day on the way home from CBS Sports Radio headquarters in New York City. Again, raining again today. A little bit late for me, 7:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you find me on the Dave Talk Sports YouTube channel. And again, I could go a million directions with this and tell you a million things about what keeps me motivated. My wife, my kids, my lifestyle, everything that I want to do, in my belief that this is just the shot that you got to take. And maybe we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Maybe I'll give you a Saturday edition of the Drives with Dave podcast. But for now, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you take something from it and put something into action that will make your day and your life better. So keep your heads up, stay positive. Until tomorrow, enjoy your rainy Friday. See you, everybody.